Hello, and welcome to my life path number 8's. If you are not sure what your life path number is, I have made a separate video for you to show you how to calculate your date of birth, which will show you what your life path number is. So let's get started. My life path number 8's. They call you guys the executive. If you get caught up one more time, then you fall, you will make it through. That is a quote from Chinese proverbs. The 8's life lesson is to establish financial security. This is not to say that they are materialistic. It's just that life path 8's seek the freedom that comes from being financially stable. They don't like the fact that money can be so elusive, so they find ways to keep the money coming in. That way, they'll never be without. Because of this, there are a lot of 8's who are millionaires, but who never spend a penny of it. They rather keep the money in the bank where it's safe. Then there's the other kind of 8. Whenever they have money, they feel the need to spend it all. Unless 8's tend to be drawn to the finer things in life, they like quality and often have attractive possessions, a nice home, car, clothes, etc. These possessions are reminders that everything is under control financially. The 8's have excellent executive ability. And this is also the politician's number. It's a power number, which means that while they want control, they do hope to use it to make a positive difference in the world. The 8 is the classic workaholic. A woman who is married to an 8 life path will get upset and tell me her husband doesn't care about her or their children. All he cares about is work. I can tell her exactly what he's thinking. Hey, I'm trying to make things happen and achieve some goals so that I can be a great provider. The same goes for the 8 life path woman. They can also get too caught up in the business world. 8 life paths have to remember who it is that they're working so hard for. They must take the time to give to the people in their lives enough personal attention. The number 8 has a dull nature. This is evident in the numeral itself. One circle on top of the other. This number sometimes is interpreted as the symbol of degeneration and regeneration. When it's turned on its side, it becomes a symbol of infinity. It's no surprise then that complete reversals are always a possible with this number. This can be a good thing. If an 8 has to make a big decision in work or a personal relationship, in other ways, that's what the 8 must learn to do instead of staying stubbornly stuck in a bad position. I often tell my 8 clients that they're allowed to change. On the other hand, the reversals can go the opposite way. The 8 life path will have some difficult times in life. They may experience sorrow and wind up in circumstances where they feel humiliated. An example of just this sort of reversal is Martha Stewart. She worked hard, amassed a great fortune, and then one bad decision toppled it all. It's no surprise that the bad decision was about money. It didn't matter that she stood to lose just a fraction of her overall fortune. As an 8 life path, she couldn't bear the thought of financial loss, no matter how small. The life path 8's tend to be huge successes or major failures, often both in one lifetime. The 8's just need to keep their focus on any endeavor they pursue, and they will experience success. That said, 8's should remember that it's important to stop and smell the roses. It is common for an 8 life path to be misinterpreted by others. To avoid this, the 8's must learn to be tactful. They tend to tell the truth about what they're thinking, neglecting to edit their remarks for a larger audience. Often they'll say something and have the other person respond with shock at how hurtful the remark was. At that point, it's the 8's turn to be stunned. All they did was tell the truth. This is a very black and white vibration with little room for gray areas. What I remind the 8 is that very few of us can handle the cold, harsh truth. without a little gentle preamble. It's an art form that every light path should perfect, especially the 8. You can still say what you feel, just be careful how you say it. The 8 life path considers strife and struggle to be normal part of life. But the one thing an 8 cannot get over is infidelity. If a partner cheats on an 8, it is best for the 8 to let that person go. It takes a supernatural effort for the 8 to get over it. Even if they stay with the partner, the 8 will never really be able to forgive them. The 8 life path does not have much tolerance for people who feel sorry for themselves. An 8 who sees someone suffer will likely say, "Look, I'm sorry that happened to you. Now get up." This is ironic. They often see themselves as victims. This is irony, since they often see themselves as victims. That's because 8 life paths don't get away with much in the world. An 8 life path has driven 5 miles per hour over the speed limit, and another life path was going twice that, and the 8 will get the ticket. It's part of the reality of being an 8. The key is getting through it without taking on the "woo is me" attitude. I recommend humor in my clients, learning to laugh at life, rent a funny movie, and surround yourself with amusing people. Even listening to music that makes you happy can help you relax and just let go. Disco, jazz, whatever sets you free. Remember, these hardships are usually temporary. Life is not as overwhelming as you think. Dwelling on the negative, especially if you are an 8, you can leap into a depression, a deep depression. I want to keep you healthy, so I encourage you to learn to laugh as much as possible. A good piece of news is that 8s are late bloomers. If you're an 8 life path and you're thinking, "Gosh, I wonder if I'm too old to do that," or "I'm too old to do what I want to do," I'm here to say that you're never too old. As long as you're on this planet, you can make your dreams come true. I do caution 8s about their health. It is not hard for them to get hurt, so they must be on alert when driving and playing sports. Paying attention to the movement, to the moment, can make all the difference. I think many 8s get so caught up in their work and dreams that they don't always pay attention to the simple things that causes physical stress and trouble. Occupations that suit the 8s includes bankers, stock market traders, accountants, office managers, and engineers. This life path also makes good corporate lawyers or judges. Many 8s go into the field of wedding planning, interior decorating, and or running nonprofit organizations. They are often physically beautiful, so modeling and acting are common career pursuits as well. Big businesses is a natural for the 8, like running a network or a major publishing company. If the life path 8 has a 3, 6, or 9 in their birth numbers, then their professions may lean towards the creative arts, perhaps in areas of life performance. Now, if you have a dream that is very different than what I've listed here, go for it. This is life, and you need to seize the moment. Keep in mind, life is not a dress rehearsal. Today is a gift. As an 8, you are always planning for the future. The future may never come. Today is what you've got, so embrace it. Now, for the 8s, the people with these numbers are the people that you naturally get along with. They can be life path number 2s, 4s, or 8s. Compatible numbers that you get along with are 5s in business and 6. The challenging personality numbers are 1s, 3s, 7s, and 9s. Also note that although the 8s fall in the natural match category, it can feel like a challenging number to a fellow 8 vibration. I thank you all for joining me here. If this resonated with you, I'd appreciate it if you like or comment and let me know that it resonated. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. And remember, over here, It's all love and peace, no tea. I love you all.